An icon for MS Excel may be located either on the desktop or on the Office toolbar. Can have a predefined relationship to the other values. So if you open a new blank document, directly it will show it as sheet 1 in Excel page. Hello everyone, welcome back to my new session. Today I am going to discuss about the new chapter called Spreadsheet. This is your 16th chapter in your syllabus. Spreadsheet. The weightage of this chapter is 11 mark. So 1 mark, 1 question, 5 mark, 2 questions. So you will get 11 marks in this chapter. Easily you can score 11 marks in this chapter. So spreadsheet. So what are the objective of this chapter? So we will learn about MS Excel worksheet and what is cell address and cell pointer and how to prepare a marks card templates in Excel. So this tutorial will help you to understand what a spreadsheet is and where a spreadsheet might come in useful for classroom management and how to prepare the salary slip, how to prepare the templates and how to prepare the marks card in Excel sheet. So understanding the basic concepts of spreadsheet includes the idea of templates, cells, rows and columns and cell coordinates and entering data into a spreadsheet. So I will explain how to enter a data into a spreadsheet cell. And also we will learn about setting columns width, aligning data in cells and entering column and row labels and creating and copying formulas. So you can add the formulas in spreadsheet to create a marks card or payroll. So in spreadsheet you can create a formula also and also you can make some changes in a spreadsheet, and if you want to insert an extra rows and columns, so you can insert in rows and columns in spreadsheet, and deleting rows and columns and how to delete rows and columns in spreadsheets, and producing a printed copy of the contents. So you can take the printed copy in spreadsheet, and also you can save a backup copy of your work. So these are the steps included in worksheet or spreadsheet. The first step is click the start button on the Windows taskbar. So here first you need to select the Windows taskbar. First select the start button and point to programs, all programs. So you'll get so many commands. You just select all programs and click Microsoft Excel. After that, Excel opens a new workbook or Excel sheet. So you have one important note in Excel. An icon for MS Excel may be located either on the desktop or on the Office toolbar. So you'll get so many commands while opening your sheet. So you'll get commands called all programs and MS Office, and in that MS Office you need to select the toolbar called MS Excel. So these are the steps to start a new worksheet. So how it will look like? So once you select the MS Excel sheet, so this will display on your desktop or laptop. This is your Excel layout. So this is called as worksheet. So you can observe this. So in worksheet we have rows and columns. So we have rows and columns. We have so many rows and columns. Clear? So this is your Excel sheet. And what is the meaning of spreadsheet? Spreadsheet is a table of values arranging in rows and columns. So spreadsheet is a table of arranged in a row and column. Each value can have a predefined relationship to the other values. So each value is having predefined relationship with other values. If one value is changed, other values need to be changed as well. So this is called as spreadsheet. So it consists of a table and it is a combination of rows and columns. Clear? So this is called as spreadsheet. And Rows in a spreadsheet. So here we have number of rows. Rows in a spreadsheet, the row is defined as the horizontal space. Rows is defined as the horizontal space that is going across the window. So here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 number of rows we have, and numbers are used to design each row's location. So in each rows we have numbers called 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So numbers are used to designate each row's location. So it designates the each row's location. So numbers are located in a rows, and columns in a spreadsheet called column is defined as the vertical space. Columns is defined as the vertical space. Rows is defined as the horizontal space, and columns is defined as the vertical space in a sheet. Letters are used to designate each column's location. So here you have A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, right? So letters are used to designate each column's location. Clear? So here we have number of rows, and columns is designated as alphabetic order. Clear? And next very important question is, what is a cell? What is a cell? 1 mark question. Cell. Cell means intersection of a row and a column is called as a cell. Cell means intersection between rows and columns is called as cell. So this is one cell. This is called as cell. So here we have so many cells in a sheet. Intersection between rows and a column is called as a cell. This is also a cell. This is also a cell and cell. Intersection between rows and columns is called as a cell. Each cell on the spreadsheet has a cell address. So each cell on a spreadsheet has a cell address, that is the column letter and the row number. So what is cell address? Each cell is having the cell address, that is the column letter A, B, C, D, E, F and rows numbers. So here the first cell address is, so first cell address I will consider it is A1. This is A, B, C, D, E, F. So next cell address is A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7, A8. And next cell address for this cell is B1, B2, B3, B4, B5, B6. And next cell address for this column is C1, C2, C3, C4, C5, C6. D1, D2, D3, D4, etc. E1, E2, E3, E4, etc. Each cell on the spreadsheet has a cell address, that is the column letter or a row number. This is called as cell address. And cells can contain either text, numbers or mathematical formulas. So inside the cell we can type text, numbers or mathematical formulas in spreadsheet. So this is called as cell, and these are the rows designated as numbers, and this is the columns designated as letters. And next we have formatting toolbar in Excel sheet. For formatting the text and numbers, we can use the formatting toolbar. So these are the formatting toolbars we can use in both Excel and MS Word also. And if your formatting toolbar is not visible on your screen, you just click on this view or toolbars for formatting the text or numbers. So in formatting toolbar, we can change the font and we can change the font size. And if you want to make it as italic, you just click on this I, and for bold, you just click on this B button or Ctrl+B, and for underline, you just click on this U or Ctrl+U, and for align left, this is for align left or Alt+L, and for center, you click on this button or Ctrl+E also you can use for keyboard shortcut method, and for align right, Alt+R or this you can select for align right. And if you want to merge the cells, you can select this merge and center. And if you want to change the numbers in a currency, you can select this currency style. You'll get so many options. And if you want to add comma style and for percentage style, you can choose this button. And if you want to increase or decrease indent, you can use this increase indent and decrease indent. And if you want to fill color for your cell, you can use this fill color and font color also. So these are the formatting toolbar we can also use in MS Excel. And next we have very important definition is worksheets. So what is this worksheet meaning? Each Excel sheet is called as worksheet only. If you want to open a new document, you can go for Ctrl+N. So each Excel sheet is called as a worksheet. So each file is a workbook that hold many worksheets. Each worksheet contains columns and rows. So in worksheet also you will get number of rows and columns. So the combination of rows and columns is called as a cell. So each Excel sheet we can consider as it is a worksheet. So each Excel sheet is called as a worksheet. And also if you want to add a worksheet, you can use this method. Add a worksheet to a workbook by selecting Insert Worksheet from the top of the menu. Clear? So just right click on this sheet name and click on the Insert Worksheet. Clear? And row. So what is this row and column? To add a row to a worksheet, select Insert Rows from the menu bar. If you want to add a new row or new column, you just click on the Insert button. So you can choose this row by clicking on the row label, right click with the mouse and choose Insert. So if you want to add a new row into a worksheet, you just right click on your mouse, you just select Insert button, and if you want to add rows, you can click for rows or else you can click for column also. So row and column. Add a column by selecting Insert Columns from the menu bar. Clear? And next we have renaming a worksheet. So what is this renaming a file? You just assume that already you have saved your file in a particular name. So if you want to change your file name or document name, you can go for rename option. You just right click on the sheet name and then click on rename option. You just click on the rename option so you can change your file names. So this is the option of renaming a file. So now I will show with small demo. So first step is you just click on search button. So if you want to select Word, Excel or PowerPoint, you can choose anything. So I will select the Excel sheet. So here you have blank workbook and also you have some templates available in your worksheets. So here if you want to select a new document, you just click on this new, or else if you want to open an existing document, you can choose this open. And now I will select new and blank document. So this is your page layout. So this is your Excel page. The Excel sheet consists of the number of rows and columns. So here you can observe this portion is called as a cell and it is having a cell address. So these columns are located as A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N. So these columns are located in letters and rows are located in numbers, right? So this cell is having one cell address, that is A and A1, A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6. So now I will click here. So the cell address come to this position. What is the cell address of this portion? So C, C1, C2, C3, C4, C5 and C6. So now I will click on this. So what is the cell address? I, I1, I2 and I3. So this is called as cell and cell address. So if you open a new blank document, directly it will show it as sheet 1 in Excel page. So in Excel sheet, you can type numbers, letters and mathematical formulas. So I will show you. So here I will keep the cursor. Student 1, student 2 and student 3. And if you want to prepare so here have so I will show you how to insert a text or numbers. So now I will type student 1, student 3. So here if you want to highlight this, you just right click on this and copy it and you can change the color of this text. So I will change this color. And also you can put the numbers, student number, anything you can type in an Excel sheet. So if you want to bold this number, bold this or Ctrl+B, and if you want to change the size of this number, you can change this. And if you want to underline this number, you can choose this option. So this is called as formatting toolbar. And so here I will type student. So if you want, you can change, you can drag this. So student detail I have typed here. And if you want to add one column here, so go to insert and you can add one new column. And if you want to merge these two cells, you can go for this merge and you just select this merge and center, or you have so many options. If you want to merge these cells, so you can select merge cells. So these cells are merged. So this is merged. So you can type the text here. And this is called as title bar. So you can save the document. So I will save the name sheet 1, then enter. So the sheet 1, the saved file name will go to the title bar. So here if you want to insert the percentage, or if you want to change it as number, currency, accounting and short date, long date, time and percentage, fraction, also you can select this option. So I will select it as percentage, so you can change it as currency also. So these are the basic things I have explained in Excel sheet. So in my next session, I will discuss about the formulas in worksheet and I will explain about the built-in functions in Excel sheet. So in my next session, I will come with a new concept. Thank you.